So this past week, Zeus came out with Crazy in Love, and no, we're not talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce. Unfortunately, that was out of the budget. We're talking about Chrissean and Blueface. Let's get a recap of episode 1 with all of the highlights. The episode opens up with Chrissean and Blueface in a Sprinter van headed to New York Fashion Week. Blueface brings up a game that he wants him and Chrissean to play, and it's Never Have I Ever. This game quickly escalated and turned into an interrogation where it continued with Blueface talking about, have you ever cheated? Never have I ever fucked an ex. And then Chrissean, you know, big and bold, she ended it off with, never have I ever let my partner beat up my mom.
Never would I ever let my boyfriend or girlfriend beat up my mother. Put your finger down.
I guess Blueface didn't find that very funny. Hey, I was laughing. Blueface then says, but you haven't been in the predicament, and there's a little bit of foreshadowing there because he opens up to say, what if your dad tried me and I fired it, cuh? And then Chrissean let us know that she would help him beat up her dad. Also, I would like to keep track of Chrissean's shirts. I put one on, you know, something a little bit similar to give the vibes of the show, but, you know, we're 3 minutes into the episode and Chrissean doesn't have a shirt on as yet. But hey, free the nips. Next scene, they're at a fitting. This is where the infamous scene is that we've all seen before, the marriage scene, and honestly, it was hilarious. It opens up with a designer introducing them in, and he let them know why they were there, because he wanted to tell them, oh, I'm sure you guys are wondering why I picked you guys to be on my show, and he assured them that it was because they were relevant. So I don't know how nice that was now that I'm thinking about it, but he was like, just in case you thought it was because of the talent or because of his rapping, it's the relevancy. They put on the big blue coats, and Chrissean kind of got a little bit of upset with Blueface for reasons not even important enough to mention. It was just something silly, and then they had their little fake marriage. I'll play that clip for you right now if you haven't seen it.
I do.
Do you take this man to be a lawfully
What the fuck are you crying?
husband?
Also, an update, in this scene she doesn't have a shirt on either, so it's just really the coat and then tatas. Also, I find it funny because when he spoke on how relevant they were, he made sure to also state that it was really Chrissean that people were infatuated with, not so much him. But hey, what can I say? She was like, don't act like you don't know, don't act like you don't know. And then, you know, the guy mediated it by faking their marriage.
And to be a lawfully
Also, we can keep track of how many times she cried. This was her first time crying this episode, you know. I get it, the emotions of the wedding, you know, the ambiance. It's very, you see Blueface right in front of you. It's like, wow, man of my dreams, man of my heart, man of my... I guess Blueface was a little bit appalled too. He was like, why the fuck are you crying? He was like, why the fuck are you crying?
What the fuck are you crying?
husband.
Next scene, we have our runway scene, runway rehearsal. So since it's New York Fashion Week, the designer, they gave them the blue coats. They're on their way to like the rehearsal for the show so they could see how they walk. So the people introduce them, you know, they say hi, how you doing, whatever. And then they say walk, like let's see her walk. Blueface doesn't want to walk first because he said he didn't know how to, and he asked Chrissean to demonstrate, go ahead first. And she was like, I'll do it for us. So she walks down. Also, noted, she doesn't have a shirt on yet. Keep that in mind. So she walks down the runway that they have there. She does a few spins, but because of what she's wearing, we do get to see the tatas. The nipples are free, and you know it's Zeus Network, so be for real, they're not blurring a damn thing. So nipples out, she's spinning, he's watching her, everybody's looking, you know, boy, their faces, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if they edited it this way to look like this, but their faces tell a million stories. So she's spinning, boobs flashing, it becomes his turn. He's walking down the runway, and he's doing, you know what he does, that whole Blueface, baby. He's like, yeah, I see you, girl, you know, to the imaginary audience that's not there because it's imaginary. And then Chrissean begins to get very upset with this. She's like, why are you playing with my peen? Why are you playing with my peen? Like, you over here acting like I'm some girl with bad cooter, like you playing with my peen, like I'm not some dirty girl with some bad cooter. So then the people are looking like, y'all ghetto. And then he's like, why are you doing all this? She was like, cut the cameras, dead ass. Cut the cameras. You know it's Zeus. They ain't cut no damn cameras. They might have put it up for a second, but they brought it back down. She was like, you're playing with me in front of these people like I'm some broke with some bad cooter. Yeah, so then it cuts off to the camera guy saying, wow, she's super sensitive. And then Blueface said, no, she's selfish, self-centered, and dirty. I don't know why he added on that last part.
So self-centered and dirty.
Anyways, that was her. Are we on like third cry of the episode? No, I think this is the second cry of the episode. Okay, we're not halfway in yet. So the next day, we're not even halfway into the episode yet, and she wakes up Blue with top on camera. I kid you not. It's only a $5 a month subscription, top on camera with the sound effects and all. Granted, she was under the blanket, but she was all like, she was making all types of sounds. And then he was like bopping her head and stuff. And then he looked at the camera guy and he was all like, this your first word that I can't say on here. And, you know, the camera people are just in there like, I'm just imagining it. Like, we got like probably like 2 camera guys in the room, you know, the guy with the sound mic just sitting there like, I hope they're getting paid enough for this. So she tops him off and then they discuss what happened the night before the argument that she made. And she said that she was being selfish and self-centered, and she asked him if we could just, you know, nothing but love today. And he was like, okay, sure. But I'm pretty sure he was drunk, because between these two, they got the bottles of Henny on the cam like they're just Gatorade bottles just sitting around in a locker room. Like, it's just Gatorade bottles in a locker room. Like, there is that much alcohol. Also in this scene, she's semi wearing a shirt, but it's kind of more so a jacket, and it's only zipped up to the bottom here. So no shirt as of yet. We're about to be halfway into the episode. So after that, they go to 2 radio shows, one with Angelina Yee and one with this other guy. I'm so sorry, I don't know who he is. But, you know, everybody kind of asks the same questions, including the TMZ reporter that caught them coming off of the Sprinter to the radio station. And the questions went a little bit something like,
what do you say when people are like, when things go viral and people are like, they're toxic, they shouldn't be together?
We're gonna see more
This year.
kissing on the show or more fighting?
How do you guys make it work? Like, what is the secret? What's the sauce?
and their responses were exactly what you think they were. They weren't deep, you know, like, you know, it's good cootie and lots of money, period. That's how we stay together. Not that you guys could tell, but my camera just died. So we're back. Maybe you could tell by the friction that seems to have happened to my edges over time, but other than that, you can't tell. So something to also note about the radio scenes, the first guy asked Chrissean about her neck tattoo. He said it was a crazy neck tattoo, you know, because she has a whole portrait on her, one of the most visible parts of her body. You know, she let us know that she was actually going to get another one, so there's that to be waiting for, maybe in the upcoming season. And then, yeah, as I was saying, there was a scene where the guy, you know, he tells her that she's going to do a live performance, and I don't know if the beat was running too fast and she couldn't catch up with it, but for the way that the radio guy was acting, the music wasn't matching. Like, she was trying to rap. I don't know if she noticed that I don't know if he was making fun of her or what, but he was doing quite a lot and just a little bit more than was required, if you know what I mean. Blueface was sitting on the couch. I don't know if he had his head down. I don't know if he was thinking that this guy was making fun of her or what. He laughed a little bit after a while, but it was given kind of like Chrissean. It was given, okay, yeah, let's dance. I don't know. Maybe it got heated, but I must say, he had a lot of energy. I love that for him. Maybe it's because he knows that he has to do that when rappers come and they rap, no matter if it's bad or good. Yeah. But actually, we hear her song a lot throughout the whole show. I don't know if they're trying to promo it through the show or what, but you know, that's the one that she has that goes, how does it go? It's a vibe. You know, it kind of sounds like Trippie Redd a little bit. It's a vibe. You know, pink is a color, blue is another, you know? Yeah, it's a vibe. So then we have the next scene where there's the Midtown Blue scene. Like, this is the New York Fashion Week show that they have for the guy with the blue jacket on. So this is when she's going to be doing the runway walk. So, you know, they performed their walk. They did it together. It was all cute or whatever. You know, we saw Natalie Nunn in the crowd, unfortunately. I'm sorry, is it just me or Natalie Nunn is like that messy bitch that we all knew in high school that was in everybody's business and then got really super surprised when she got exposed on Instagram, or that her nudes got like airdropped at lunch? You know, she's like that girl, always trying to be in the mix with something. They do the walk. You know, everybody that doubted them the first time around that was in the room watching them fight and argue was kind of like, okay. They seemed like they were keeping an eye to make sure nothing went wrong, but they were like, okay. They did their walk. Then it came time for Chrissean to rap, which, You know, same song, it's a vibe. And the crowd, I don't know if it was just me or why the audience was so stiff-faced and stiff-bodied, but they were not giving the vibe. Like, but you know, Natalie Nunn in the corner, she was trying to get her 30 seconds of camera time on a different show that she wasn't fucking a part of because she has to be in everything. Ugh. She was in the corner like, it's alive, it's alive. Like Chrissean did just slap her in the face, like, oh, I don't know, like a week prior. Also, this is going to be the first time that we see Chrissean in a nipple-conforming shirt, so let me show you guys how it looks. What do you think? I don't know, you guys tell me. So to say the least, the show is interesting. The crowd was giving the crowd during Jocelyn's first cabaret performance when she was trying to, you know, see if people knew her music or whatever. But Zeus has that effect on people when it comes to concerts. So after the show, Chrissean goes back to just wearing a jacket, titties loose, hanging out there, you know, gotta love that. And it comes time where she needs to meet her family because she's from Baltimore and they're in New York. So I don't know geography because I'm an American, but I'm pretty sure Baltimore is close to New York. So they go to try to meet the family, but you know, rappers, people of that stature, I don't think all of them are very good with time. It's a running theme. So they ended up not getting to meet her family. She cried once again. You know, she had to stop the sprinter, get out the car and cry because she missed her family and she didn't get to see them. So the next day they reconvene and they finally get to meet her family-ish. They met her sister. So her sister came, hugged Chrissean. Upon impact of touch, Chrissean broke down crying and her sister started the exorcism.
Down right now, Lord God. We need you right now. I feel it, oh God, in the name of Jesus.
She started praying immediately upon touching her sister, like on some, oh my God, like, I know you've been going through a lot. She just started praying for strength, praying for health, praying that they could both hold it together. So they start crying, and then Chrissean's like, oh, like, let's get in the van. So her sister gets in the bus. I'm not gonna lie, her vibe did change a little bit. You know, Blue was sitting on the bus watching them cry and pray while he was eating his chicken tenders and fries. They look cold as hell. But they got on the bus. He was like, oh, nice to meet you. Nice to finally meet you. And the sister was giving, nice to meet you too, or whatever, I guess. You know, she clearly wasn't feeling him. But her brother ended up calling and saying, oh, Tessa's her sister's name. Tessa, you're supposed to be with us. What are you doing? And then Chrissean was like, So the sister got off the bus and she dipped on they ass. Chrissean was like, oh, y'all are acting weird. Why are you saying that she has to be with y'all? Like I'm some type of stranger. So now Chrissean's starting to think that the reason why they want the sister to be with her is because something's about to pop off. Like they about to get active when they see Blue. So Chrissean's like crying again. There's a lot of crying. So Chrissean's crying again and she's like, y'all, we gotta get out of here. It's about to get active. It's about to get active.
Yo, we gotta go, my nigga. It's gonna get active, nigga.
And then like a GTA stripper, oh my God, let me not. Like your average GTA character, she ran over to a random car, opened it up, clicked that push to start, and skirted off in somebody's random minivan. I honestly think it was one of the security guards' minivan because he looked appalled to see her drive off. So then Blueface outside of the car like, oh, she just hopped into somebody's random car. And that's where the episode ended. But there is some foreshadowing because it seems like when she ran off at the end of the episode, they showed us a clip of them going bowling. And I guess that's where she drove to. We got to see a glimpse of Blueface in the car with her, so it would appear that she did stop to pick him up and then she drove off with him. And then there's a scene where she's with the whole family and she's with Blue and everybody's like hello, and then the dad comes up. He's looking like he on 1% though. I'm talking like Prince Philip. Is that the name of the one that just died? Whatever. He looking like he on 1%, and then he gets all up in Blueface's face and he's like, you touching my daughter. So you know, that's when, you remember that video that went viral like a few months back where Blueface was her dad? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen in episode 2. So that's a little bit of foreshadowing, but to say the least, oh my gosh, Zeus is so ghetto, but I don't know, it was kind of a vibe. Like, it was ghetto, but why do we love it? We love it a little bit. Yeah, I'm just curious to see where this goes, honestly, because I do want to be one of those people on the internet that are sitting like, oh my gosh, they're so toxic, like, but if they're not looking to get any type of help, like, what the hell can we do besides just sit back and see? Like, But honestly, there is a lot of foreshadowing, because remember in the beginning of the episode where I said they were playing Never Have I Ever, and then he said, what if I fired at your dad? What would you do? And she was like, I would help you beat him up. So I don't know if this is revenge because she his sister and his mom, so he's trying to get back with the dad. But I guess we have to leave that up for episode 2 to determine. Honestly, I hate to say it, I know it's bad that we're watching this, but if Zeus is going to keep on bringing out the trash, unfortunately, I am a whore for trash reality TV. And this is like Flavor of Love, but like worse. Like, this is like beyond people spitting on people. Like, this is dumpster fire, and I love trash reality TV. I'm so sorry, I'm a stan. I love bad reality TV. Like, Zeus is going to keep on getting my money. Like, I'm not going to be one of the fucking morality police officers that be on YouTube and be on Instagram. If I like to watch something and it's entertaining to me, so be it. I guess we're supporting black businesses in the same process. Anywho, if you guys like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. My name is Destiny, and I'm out. Also, in the comments, leave what your favorite part of the episode was, or what you think is going to happen next episode, because this is getting really crazy. I feel like in one of these episodes, they're just going to end up being butt booty, like butt booty, because we just already seen too much.